Hi all, how are we going? This is Morty. I'm going to have a go at running Left 4 Dead and just show you the kind of pain that I have to go through in order to actually play the game. Just a bit of background information on my PC here, got a bunch of stuff running. Nothing that, causes any problems with any other games. Fair few Google Chrome tabs, and I don't know if you can see my RAM usage there. It's about 53%. Both CPU cores are up to around sort of 70, presumably because I'm recording, but that's fine. And have a quick look at the computer properties here. We're running Vista Business x64, 64-bit one, on an Athlon S64X2 4200 with 2 GB of RAM in there. I've also got an 8800 GT as a graphics card. Yeah, I think that's about it for the intro, so that's stop Cam Studio recording, and I'm going to load the game. Let's see how it goes. Right, here we are in the standard Left 4 Dead intro stuff. I just kind of skip all this. It's not entirely relevant to our purposes, but of course the intro videos run fine. They would, Just while this is loading, let me tell you I had a go at Team Fortress 2 earlier. I don't normally play other online games on Steam because Left 4 Dead is pretty excellent, but Team Fortress 2 worked fine, so presumably this is a problem with Left 4 Dead rather than Steam. Either way, this is Valve's problem. Anyway, we'll start. We're just trying to try and get into a quick game on Versus here. The term quick being something of a misnomer, as we'll discover. Just so you know, I have another computer here which I have IRC running on, and that confirms that my internet connection is fine, so no blaming that. Incidentally, I'm on O2 broadband on the fastest package in the UK, the LLU one, and using their standard O2 wireless box 3 as the router, as many people I'm sure are. Right, this is loading quicker than it usually tends to, which is quite nice. It's probably because I've lowered the resolution for the purposes of the video just to kind of just to the lowest resolution that I could bear to be in, really, on my widescreen monitor. Pausing here at the loading stage, that's fine. It takes forever, regardless, just to begin with, which is annoying in and of itself. But leave it a while, I'm sure we'll see what the main problems are. This could turn out to be quite a long video. Right, here we are. This is the point at which it stops. It will not continue from that point. The Left 4 Dead logo has the nice swirly thing going around it, but that loading bar will not move any. The only way to get out of this that I've found is to get the console, press the console key twice. First it goes blank, then you get the console and your options over there. Nothing particularly interesting as far as I can tell in the console. I wouldn't really know what to look for, to be honest. So we'll exit to main menu. Yes, we are letting our teammates down, aren't we? We are horrible, horrible people. Right, let's try the quick match again. Now, this of course happens whether I'm playing server is full. That's our error message there. That's a fairly common one as well. Now this is happening regardless of whether I do quick match or start with friends or from a lobby or whatever. Server is full again. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but presumably it shouldn't offer me games that are full when I'm doing a quick match. But never mind. Right, Blood Harvest this time. Okay. And again, taking its time with the loading, presumably. Fairly quick to get to halfway, but then it just kind of sits. So we're going to sit and look at the pretty loading screen here. It's very exciting. You get some strange names of people on these games, don't you? And Smith, fair enough. Right, now it's got past the normal stage, the stage where it normally stops the first time. Pretty much every time, actually, I run Left 4 Dead, it will stop at the point where it did previously for the first game that you try and join. So this is, I don't always put the video on every time I run Left 4 Dead. This is just a random time. Just load the game, start the video, stopping at a different point on the loading bar, but I recognise that that's further along than when we were before, so presumably if I leave it for a while it will get in. As I said, if I left it when it got to the state it got to in the previous server, it would just stay there. I don't think it even times out. If it does, it takes an awfully long time. Can hear my PC churning away. I've got a hard drive that makes noise, which I hear is a rarity these days. You know, it's a modest PC by current standards, but I like it. Plays games, whatever. Well, except Left 4 Dead, for some reason. Can't think of anything really exciting to tell y'all. We're just watching a loading screen. Good stuff, eh? Right. Oh, is it hearing the hard drive churning away a little bit more? Maybe it's doing something. I'm a little bit worried by this bondage bunny person. Not sure I particularly want to play with them. Let's just have a quick look at the console here, why not? Fairly normal stuff, says connected and has the details of players and stuff. So I'm just going to quit out. Now this problem is probably a new one, I don't know, it's the same as the last problem but a different point in the loading bar, which suggests that this might be a new one. They're often new ones. Back into No Mercy. Zoe's hands freak me out here. It's all over the internet, so you know, if you kept up with Left 4 Dead you'll know this, but she clearly has 3 of them. Right, when it stops there, that normally means that it's failing to connect. Yep, sending UDP connect, retrying public, etc. Good, fine. So we're going to try a quick match again. None of this has really surprised me so far. I mean, the last one I expected it to maybe get into the actual game, but it didn't. That's fine. I'd say that's fine. Obviously, for the purposes of this video, it's fine, but when I'm trying to play with a bunch of friends online, it's really kind of annoying. So what will often happen is they will all get into the game fine. I will fail to get into the game, and it will be maybe half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour of constant retrying before I get in myself. Of course, by which time all the just random members of the public have joined, because I don't. We rarely get enough people together for a full 8-player game, so we allow public people in, and then the server's full, and then I can't get in, and then I ask them to kick people because I'm mean, and then, you know, often they don't, sometimes they do. Either way, I keep hammering, never get in. Anyway, this looks like it's going to actually start the game here. Ooh, that's come on a bit loud. Right, we're in, and I appear to be on the floor. That's fine. Now, it looks fine from this point, but I don't think the problems are over from this point. Alright, there was a tank. Haha, someone just said Morty's dead. Yes, Morty's dead. Alas, poor Morty, we hardly knew ye. It's quite nice to get on a server where people chat a little bit. Now, what often happens here is that it gets to the disconnected and retrying connection thing for the first game that I actually get into, you know, after all of the previous problems. This time it seems to be aware that I'm recording a video, and of course is running perfectly fine in this game. Of course I'm dead, so I can't really play anything, so, you know, move the camera around a little bit or something, but not an awful lot. Yeah, I guess there's not really much else I can show you at this point, except this happens every single time I run Left 4 Dead. You know, you saw how long it took me to get into a game, any game, and often it will disconnect and sit there going retrying connection and then never manage. Normally, after I do all of this rigmarole, I'll be able to get into any game that other people I know are playing, and it will be fine. Not a problem at all. So this is just kind of the problems that I get every single time I run Left 4 Dead, and this is an example of the minimum that I ever have to put up with right here. So anyway, don't suppose the other teams, there's no space on the other team, so I can't try playing this, but yeah, that's pretty much what happens.